Hey, how are you doing, guys? How are you? How are you? Hello, Rasa. Hey, Justin. Hello, Cuba. Chandru, Ryle. My friend Bob. How are you, Bob? Andy, Robert. Hey, Robert. Did you know that my first name is actually Roberto? So there's no translation for this word in English, but in Spanish, you call people who has the same uh, first name that you, or the same name that you. It's tocayo, but there's no translation in English, so I hate it. There are a few words that you can find a translation to English. So that tocayo, and also in Spanish we have a name for the day before yesterday. The day before yesterday, it's called antier. So those are a few words. I have like a dozen of words that with no translation, and it's super funny because my kids. I mean, my kids. The oldest, she's turning 15 this summer. The one in the middle, she's turning 12, and my little one, little Neto, Ernesto. He's 5, but they have been living, like most of their lives here in the States. So, I mean, they speak Spanish fluently because that's the only thing that we speak at home. Uh, but I mean, they live, they dream, they talk between each other in English. So we have a lot of words, and we have a lot of, like dad jokes, Spanglish. It's super funny. All right. Hey, Divan. Hola, Jose Luis. Hola, Alex. MG. Not a great market today. It was a good one. It was a good one, but you need to be prepared. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I had all my plan defined. I actually shared my plan on Discord, and all of my plays work. So there's no excuses today. Um, hey, Andreas. Hello, tocayo. Yeah, that's the word, Robert. Tocayo. That means that you and me share the same name. Hello, Anna. Hello, Alex. You can hear me? Well, that's weird. David, Italian too. The other yesterday. Yeah, that something like that, right? The day before yesterday. Confusing. Yeah. Alex, do you remember Alejandro Trevino? He's my friend in Monterrey, my hometown, and he has been studying his whole life in bilingual or bicultural schools. So he has the same problem that my kids. Or well, it's not a problem; it's actually an advantage. He knows a lot of Spanish and English translation or not translation, and he speaks Spanglish very well. Hello, dude, Salman. L- L'altro ieri. No, that's hard for me. That's hard for me. Rael, love that you put your plans before market open as well. So much more confidence in my setups when it's similar. Let me tell you why I started doing this. These past weeks, they have been raw for me. I'm not sure if you remember, last week or 2 weeks ago, I actually didn't trade on a Friday because I was red on the week. So I follow my Friday rules like closely, and I mean, I do what I preach. So if I was red on the week, so I didn't trade on Friday. So I've been trying to be, adapting my edge, my strategy, my playbook to the market cycle. I'm trying to be flexible. So what I'm trying to do now, it's having better plans, having like better plans, and I'm sharing with you guys on the community because that it's making me accountable, because sometimes I just have like an idea, okay, well, Nvidia is going to do something like on this level, or if it rejects, it probably is coming to this other level. And I had a lot of plans on my mind, but never, I mean, I do have some notes on my, I actually use a notebook. Yeah, old guy. uh, but now I'm sharing my plans, first to make me accountable for actually preparing the hard way, and also testing my ideas. So yeah, again, today everything work, all of them work. You can go back to Discord and look at them, everything work. Randall, where can I find your pre-market plan in the Discord? It's on the admin trading floor. It's the one with the green square and the white arrow uh, at the top of the channels. Yeah, you can find it there. I don't tag everyone on Discord for my plans, because I mean, I know most of you are on the live session with Jack or trading other things. But I mean, if you are looking for ideas, uh, you can always go there and you will find my ideas or Lauren's ideas. And Lauren has super detailed plans. She's amazing. I love the way she does it. Uh, she's more flexible than me on strategy speaking, because she also does sometimes the trades on the indices, and also sometimes she tries like bounces and rejections, and I don't like them. I mean, I don't like the reversals. I like continuation trades. So that's a difference between our styles. But she shares like very detailed plans, so you should be taking a look to her plans. Yeah, Lauren is incredible. Yeah, she's great. Um, all right. Do you find easier trading with the automatic levels on your chart? Yeah, of course. I mean, it's very had I'm working with my idea. It's kind of it's kind of easy. It's kind of easier for me because I don't need to move those levels every day. Even when I go to my charts before and after market, to refine my levels, especially the daily chart and the 15-minute chart. I'm moving my levels every day, day in, day out. Uh, but I mean, for the intraday price action, that's kind of my higher time frame thesis, higher time frame idea. But my entries are based on the intraday price action. So it's very convenient. That was the word that I was looking. It's very convenient to have automatic levels drawing on my chart, and next day they just reset and I don't need to do anything, because it will be a mess trying to move 10 lines every day on every ticker, on every index. So for me it's really convenient. uh, so I just love it. I've been using this tool for some weeks or maybe months now. um, Probably months. I mean, if you go back to my videos on early April, uh, I think I already have it, or at least I was already using it. Not sure if I was showing it on my videos, but I was already using it. So yeah, so it's super convenient. If you have a chance, I mean, use it. Of course, there are other free tools that draw similar levels. But the the great thing about this tool, it's not just the levels, it's a combo, and the combo has different tools, not only the levels. It has this A plus checklist box, so you can be watching on real time if you are above or below pre-market high, previous day high, like a few different key levels. And also something that I use a lot, it's when the market opens, I'm only watching SPY and QQQ trying to identify some sort of trend or direction. But I'm not blind to my watch list. So what I use, it's let me show you here. What I use is this one here, and it has this box here, and it's telling me how much in a percentage it's moving any other ticker. So here I can see that Tesla, it's moving uh, it's moving harder to the downside. Same with Palantir, same with AMD. But I mean, at the very beginning of the session, this is super useful because I'm focusing on the indices, but I'm also, at least being aware of what's going on with my watch list. So just as I was telling you, it's not just about the key level here. It's about a whole, combo tool set for the community. So if you have a chance, I mean, it's a very very nice tool. It's developed by a member of the community, and this Traders Lab version has or will have a few surprises. I'm not gonna mess with the surprises, uh, but you will see. I mean, right now it's very valuable, value versus price. But what it's coming, uh, uh, yeah, you should be waiting for it. All right. Right, I like comparing my pre-market spread with Jack and now yours as well. Yeah, and that really, I mean, that's how you build first consistency and discipline, and then that's how you start refining your edge, your skills, right? I mean, if you keep doing your plans every day and you can compare to your coaches, moderators, and then at the end of the day, if you can compare what actually happened, I mean, that's how you refine your skill. um Lauren, yeah, Lauren is amazing. uh Love Lauren's plans. I've been marking out 10 lines a day for 10 stocks, and today was the first day to focus on the trade. Yeah, that's the other thing. Just when I did it, when I was doing this manually, I mean, for real, it took like a few minutes on the market open, just drawing levels instead of, like focusing on price action. So yeah, I mean, again, it's very convenient. Um, is it available on TOS? Not now. I'm not sure in the future. But I mean, most of us we use TradingView, and right now I mean, that will be the main focus for this tool. Should I switch to the Traders Lab indicator? I already have minutes on my charts and don't want to miss out on the surprise. uh, yeah, I think you should. I think you should. But you know what, Justin? Give it a few days. Probably today or tomorrow. I mean, on this week we are gonna have a Q&A, or well, I'm not sure if it's gonna be a Q&A or frequent asked questions document. And I mean, I don't know if you can just migrate to the new tool or if you need to cancel this and buy the other one. So just give it a few days. I mean, please be patient with this. um, Alex, I just started a couple weeks ago to develop my own plan every morning. Has been working for me with all the bases I've learned. That's very nice, Alex. Can you notice that he's not native on English? Again, international schools in Mexico. Nice, nice, Alex. Sounds good. Thank you. Yeah. So, and Justin, I'll see you next week. All right. I'll see you next week for if you guys are in San Antonio, Texas next week. I have a few business meetings for next week in San Antonio, and I have to spend 1 or 2 days. I'm gonna meet with Justin. Near the Six Flags Fiesta Texas, this shopping mall, the Rim. There's a Starbucks. So if you are in San Antonio, Texas, or Austin, or New Braunfels, or something close to San Antonio, Texas, and you want to join us, please send me a message on Discord or here on YouTube, and I will let you know what day. It's gonna be probably it's gonna be on Tuesday or Wednesday around 3 p.m. 3 p.m. local time, because I want to go back early to Houston. So if you are in San Antonio, Texas, or near San Antonio, Texas next week, please let me know, and it will be great to meet you next week. And tomorrow I'm gonna meet with Raza. Raza is one of my friends here in Houston, on the Katy area, and we're gonna meet tomorrow for a coffee. If you are in Houston area and you want to meet with us tomorrow, let me know. It's always a pleasure to meet other traders and share experiences, and if I can help you in any way. I mean, you know, questions about the strategy or whatever. It's always my pleasure to meet with you. Neto, I'm on Webull for charting and trading. Can I just stay on this for everything? Lads. All right. So this is how I do it, and this is how I like it. But again, it's how I like it, so it's very subjective. I don't like to be on my broker looking at my charts because I'm just super tempted to be looking at my PNL. That's one of the main reasons I have a separate app for charting. And the second one is that, I mean, if you are using the charts at Webull, I use Webull. I also use Webull, but I mean you don't have like enough space for all the widgets and also having one or two charts there. So I prefer to be on TradingView, looking at my charts and executing on my broker, but like separately. But that's very subjective. That's how I like. And if you like the other way around, and if you like your layout and your widgets, and I mean, again, if you are comfortable that way, just go with it. Um, Neto, thank you for this info that you don't want to look at your PNL. Yeah, no. Watching your PNL during a trade is messing with your analysis, is messing with your emotions, is messing with your decision taking process. So I like actually when I even when I have my broker on the other on the other window, I try to hide my P&L. I mean, my order widget. It's I don't know how it's called. Let me give me 1 second. I will tell you. Give me 1 second. It's taking 1 second here. Okay, the orders widget or the positions, yeah, more the positions widget. It shows your open positions. I have like the like the strike. I mean, what contracts I have, the strike, expiration, my price, my buying price, or how do you call it? All right. Yeah, my average price, my total quantity, my days P&L and my open P&L. So it has some information there, but I don't like to be watching my whole P&L. I can be watching my position and I can hide the, like the percentage or the days percentage or the open P&L. So it doesn't mess with my decision taking process. Um, I turn off my PNL on IBKR as well. I find that it helps me focus on the chart more. Yeah, that's nice. All right, guys. So I'm sorry I just took 20 minutes from your time here. I mean, don't push me. Don't push me. I will be talking all the time if you don't if you don't if you don't stop me. Divan, Neto, uh, what's the question? Uh, IBKR is not very user friendly. I can learn it, but since I will be trading with stocks in the share, I was thinking of placing trades, trading view with IBKR. What do you think about that? I love. I have my 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 stocks or my long term portfolio is in Schwab, and I used to have my trading view connected to my Schwab, but I don't do it anymore because now I'm used to just be looking at the chart and trading on a different screen. So now I'm kind of using that same process for my long-term portfolio. But I mean, you can always do that. Just make sure that you manage and execute well, because you don't want to be messing around with your trading view and it's actually connected to your broker, so you are buying and selling everything. So you don't want any accidents there. So that's why I don't like to have my charts connected to my broker anymore. um is it going to show the P&L in trading view if I do that? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't use IBKR anymore since I tried at the very beginning of my trading journey, and I used IBKR like 10 years ago when I started stock trading. Well, I wasn't stock trading. I had my portfolio. That was an investor mindset. And I used IBKR, but I stopped using it because when I moved to the United States, I started using Webull, and I just love it. I just love it. It's super easy. Fees are, close to zero. And yeah, so I love Webull. That's why I stopped looking at any other thing. Actually, when I started with this community with Jack and Tony, I was tempted to going back to IBKR, but I mean, Webull, it's so easy to use that I just say like, well, why? I mean, just because I want to be the same way than them, uh, it's not it's not happening. I like it Webull way more. So I stop. All right, guys. So let me go fast on this because I already have a lot of positions drawn on the charts. So for Apple, this is easy, right? It was a break and retest of the previous day close, and this order block here close to the 5 minute opening range, 1 minute opening range here. So we had this break and retest of this order block here. So look at this retest. It was very nice retest. Indices were heading lower, market structure intact. I don't want, I don't know if you want me to do something like this. I mean, this is piece of cake, right? And here, this is the change of character, right? So if I actually copy and paste here, it's kind of the same thing, right? Kind of the same thing, maybe a little bit here. but same idea. Same idea. So we had our change of character here. So let me try to, oh, sorry. Let me try to do this here. Yeah, can you see it? No? 50% maybe? Yeah, 50%. What about that? All right, 50%. All right. So now we have our market structure here, or change of character here, change of character here, and we can identify all of our moves here. So here we have this break and retest of this order block at low of the day, and what was happening? What was happening with the indices? Clear market structure to the downside. So if you take a position here, there's one problem with Apple. Well, first, don't trust Apple. But if you do trust Apple, okay, there are a few things here. So first, you are buying very close to low of the day. Very close to low of the day. It doesn't matter for me. Why? Because market structure is very clear, very clear on the indices. So I don't care if this is like close to low of the day, because it's not low of the day, it's close to low of the day. But look at these candle wicks. This is showing me sellers stepping in on this area 202.75. Yeah, 202.75, and pushing down the price for Apple. So I like this one here. How deep? Maybe 201.50, maybe 202. Well, 202 was 1 to 1.7 risk reward ratio trade. So if you just go lower here, 202, 201.75, it was a 1 to 2.5 risk reward ratio trade. And as you can see, this thing went nuts all the way down to this 201.31. This is a key level on the 15-minute chart. So I love when my levels work like this. So if you trust your levels, if you refine your levels every day with, let me go here. If you refine your levels every day, it's gonna be super easy. To spot these key levels. This is the 15-minute chart. Look how easy to spot this. Resistance, support. So this was a piece of cake here. Many touches on the 15-minute chart. So if you were trusting your level here, it was almost a 1 to 4 risk reward ratio trade. Hey Neto, did you see any other chance here? Yes, I did. This one here, it's what is this? Well, this is previous low of the day, order block, Neto, but it didn't take that order block. Well, I know, but what do you can see here? On the indices? They were retesting pre-market low on, let me do it like this, right here, pre-market low here. Can you see here? Pre-market low here on SPY, 5-minute opening range low here for QQQ. So is it a good sign? I think it is. I think it is. So I will take this one here. Maybe not on the on this first, maybe not on this first try, but what about this second candle here? What about this 202? Yeah, look at this. I was setting this right here on the pre-market low, 202 here. So I have my risk at the top of this candle here, and I will be aiming to a 1 to 2 reward ratio trade. I will be aiming to low of the day, for being honest. Something like this. It's a 1 to 2.4. But if you were aiming to a 1 to 2 reward ratio trade, you actually got it. You actually got it. So, and I will stop my trade right here. I mean, I will not wait it for this. Why? Because what was happening on the indices? It was going straight up, super strong reaction here. So I will probably cut my position here, 1024. So anyone was brave enough to take an Apple position here? Let me see. Human Torch. I'm not trying Apple. I'm just, spotting opportunities here. I'm not gonna trade Apple for some time. Neto, do you trade stocks directionally or via options like Jack and Tony? I only do options. I mean, I do have my long-term portfolio, but I'm not trading. I'm investing there. So it's not like I'm entering on swings or actually I'm not swinging anything right now. Um, I'm just doing options right now. Uh, don't trust Apple. I took a paper trade on Apple, entered 949. All right, 949, 949. Yeah, well, it's okay. It's okay. So you did something like this. This is 949. Yeah, 949 here. So let's see something like this. You had your risk here. Yeah, that was a very nice trade here. 949. What was happening on the indices? Well, if if who said this? Devon. If you are watching context, Devon, this is not a good spot just because what were the indices doing? They were actually bouncing. They were actually bouncing. So you got lucky here, my friend. I think the best look. I think the best entry here will be after this 951. Why? Because now the indices are coming down, and then you can start trusting something like this. So as you can see, it's kind of the same entry, but with different context. Because now here, the indices are pushing down. Right here, indices are pushing down. And you can see it right here, right? You can see how these candle wicks are just huge to the upside and sellers stepping in right here. Sellers stepping in right here. So you are looking at this weakness here, and with the context, I will take my entry right here on this candle. This candle here, 949. Yes, it is a retest, but as you can see, you still don't have weakness here. I mean, you have a retest here. This is a little bit below this 5-minute open range low, but the next candle is something. The next candle is showing you sellers stepping in, sellers stepping in, and then the next candles are following the indices. So that's why I think that I will wait it a little bit more. All right. And this next, well, we already talked about this. So that's all what I see on the break and retest following my playbook. But if you want to do something different, well, guys, as you can see, well, something like this, you have here your change of character, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then because you have two higher highs and one higher low, you will be expecting here, here, respecting these candles here, respecting this low. All right. So if you are having a higher low than this, then you can start trusting this move. So hey, I missed this candle. What happened on this candle? 1041. I think that's the USA China tariff news candle, right? I don't remember what was the news, but I remember this candle, like building this candle. So now you have a lot of momentum to the upside, and you can be waiting for retest above your previous higher low. And what if it actually retests this order block from the morning? So what you have here, higher low, and what you can expect here, higher high, and what you can expect here, higher low, and what you can expect here, higher high, and you know the drill. So even when this is not on my playbook, why? Because it's inside of the 5-minute opening range. Can you see here? This is inside of our 5-minute opening range. You can see market structure very clearly working here, very clearly working here. And look at this. This is actually breaking high of the day, breaking high of the day with strong momentum, nice candle here. And then what happened? Retest of the previous high of the day, retest of previous high of the day, and then this drop. What happened with this drop? Don't trust Apple. But okay, so we watch two plays inside of our playbook, and here, I mean, you can draw long positions here all the way with market structure. Let me go to the chat here. Alejandro, you want to be banned here, right? When is the key levels video coming out? Soon. Can I ask how many contracts you took and did you leave any runners in? No, I didn't take any. I don't trade Apple a lot. I don't trade Apple, but I know a lot of you guys do. So this is my contribution to this community, spotting good plays for Apple, but I don't trade Apple. Okay, Cuba, Apple fooled me far too many times to even look at it. Yeah, for me, it's just a waste of a square on my screen. But this strategy can also be traded directly with stock, of course. Yes, of course. If you are asking for some advice here, MG, I will go to a different time frame for stocks. I will go, I don't know, at least to the 4 hour time frame, maybe the daily. Yeah, but don't try, to to trade the stocks with the 1 minute as we do. Uh, Neto entering previous day low, break and retest at 10:02 is a loser. Is there anything you see why 10:02? Oh, 10:02. 10:02 here. Yeah, you're right. Previous day low here. I don't know why. I don't know why I have this blue line here. Okay. Okay, well, this is a break and retest. Previous day low, pre-market low. What's going on with the indices? Yeah, well, this is actually a good play here. I wasn't watching because this was on blue. But yeah, I mean, here probably I will do something like this. My stop will be at the top of this candle here. and I will be waiting for, yeah, the 1 to 2 reward ratio trade. But you were actually stopped right here, right? Right here. Yeah, I like this. This retest here, indices are going down with two different red candles, market structure intact, heading to a lower low. Yeah. I mean, the only thing here will be like, you know, if you want to be super technical here, this is not creating lower lows here on QQQ. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. This will be a nice entry here. It's a break and retest of this. If this previous day low, pre-market low, yeah, that will be a nice entry here. It just didn't work. And for some reason, I will trust a little bit more this intraday price action because this was the low of the day. This was the low of the day. Uh, no, you're right. This is a good entry. It just, you were stopped here. You were stopped here. Probably if you were, like, this is, yeah, no, yeah, this, yeah, you should be stopped here. Maybe if you waited a few seconds, you actually hold. But no, yeah, this is a, yeah, you're right. You're right. That was a play, and I didn't see it. Um, you're welcome, Eileen. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not missing anything. Other setups. Why not trade stocks on the 1 minute time frame? Mm, well, you can try. I mean, uh, I would wait, especially if you have a, like a small account. I will try to build confidence with larger moves. Uh, but yeah, you can do it. And also, something good about the stocks trading. It's depending on your broker because you are actually buying and selling assets. What I know is that some brokers, they don't have this, the I mean, when you are buying and selling assets, your settled funds are immediate, so you don't need to wait for next day for, to your funds to be settled. Do you trade credit spreads strategy? I don't even know how they work. um, Same question. Yeah, I don't like to trade stocks on the 1 minute and the 5 minute because here it moves just cents, right? But if you go to a higher time frame, it you know you can have larger moves. But I mean, yeah, you can do it. You can do it for sure. All right, let's go to the next one here. AMD. For being honest, I have AMD on my plans, and I was telling you guys this morning, if you can reclaim this previous day high, pre-market high, that will be a nice move. And I'm actually, expecting to hit this 122 soon, probably next week. I don't know. I mean, it's only 5 points. It's only 5 points, but I mean, I like this structure here. And let me go to Discord. I told you. Okay, so upside break and retest of pre-market high or hold of previous day high, but downside key level on 116. 116 respected yesterday for a nice bounce and move of, what do you see here, guys? 116, 116.50. All right, so we are inside of our plan. It just dropped too much. So here I was expecting that if we drop, we can bounce around here 116, but 116.50 was the actual bottom. 116.50 was the actual bottom, and this was a super nice drop. $2, $2 and some. Yeah, $2 and some. So the only point here, the actual only point here was this weakness, 1 minute opening range low, 1 minute opening range low, indices heading lower, and that was pure intuition because you didn't have any other like good chance to enter. So you should be expecting weakness here. And if you were waiting for a retest, this is the only retest you had. In my playbook, this trade doesn't exist. Why? 937. So that's too early for me. That's too early for me. So I'm just spotting this break and retest of the 1 minute opening range with weakness on both indices, weakness on both indices. And if you were hunting this AMD trade, yeah, that's nice. And but look at this. Actually, what I was watching here on the pre-market was something like this. It was pushing higher, pushing higher, pushing higher. But what happened here? It dropped. It dropped. It couldn't reclaim this previous day high. Couldn't reclaim this previous day high. So if you zoom out and look left, you can identify this kind of place. So this wedge here, this how do they call this uh I forgot how did they call this flat, yeah, flat top, this flat top here, fail here, fail here, fail here to reclaim previous day high, fail, starting showing weakness, index is showing a lot of weakness here. Well, what was expected? Break and retest of this 1 minute opening range. So again, this is not on my playbook just because it was at 937, 936, 935 this retest here. But I want you to start looking, zoom out, look left. That's an advice that I always tell you guys. Zoom out, look left. Is it a bear flag? It's not a bear flag. Oh well, maybe, I mean, these three candles, maybe, yeah. But I I I prefer to watch this play like a flat top here that failed to reclaim this top here. So it tried rejection. So this weakness here, breaking this trend line here. So this is what I was watching here. Um, AMD short entry 1205, 1205. Too late for my playbook. The first one was too early for my playbook, but this is way too late for my playbook. Yeah, and this is another thing, Divan. After 11 in the morning Eastern time, I well, after 10:30 in the morning Eastern time, I used to move to the 5 minute chart because the 1 minute it's gonna kill you here. So I don't know how it looks on the 5 minute. It looks well. Yeah, it looks well. Maybe I will enter like in this candle here, right? This candle below these two candles here showing weakness. This is the previous day close. Yeah, previous day close. Is it? Yeah, previous day close, rejection, pre-market low, rejection, 5 minute opening range low, rejection. So probably I will enter here. But this is not my kind of play. So I won't have an opinion for this. I like the the first hour and a half of the morning because of the momentum and volume. So I don't know how to have an opinion for this kind of plays. Um, Pennant, yeah, probably a pennant. You're very welcome. All right, so let's go to the next one. Amazon here. Okay, so Amazon here, what we have here. Okay, so we have this this huge range here. Look at this. This is the 5 minute opening range. It's huge from 208 to 211. Yeah, this is huge. This is huge. But what we do see here, again, this is higher highs, higher lows. Well, this is not a higher high, but look at the reaction here. Look at the reaction here. And then we have a higher high. And then we are making a higher low. Higher low here on key level. And what was happening? What was happening right here on the indices? They were having market structure to the upside. Market structure to the upside. I'm not gonna talk about the key levels here because the SPY is bouncing from the 5 minute opening range low, and this QQQ was bouncing out of the opening price or the 1 minute opening range low. But what I want you to see here is how after this change of character, everything was just going up, but touching levels. So here it's a break and retest of this pre-market high. And would I take this? Probably not. It was very close to 11 in the morning. So that's another rule let me share a personal rule. If I don't take a trade at 10:45, I'm done for the day. Maybe 10:40, 10:45, I'm done for the day. I'm not forcing anything. If I took a trade earlier, I can stay. I can stay, longer than 11 in the morning. But I just don't take my trades after 10:40, 10:45. So that's a personal rule, and that's how I like, because for being honest, I have other stuff to do after my live trading. I'm a business owner, and I schedule all of my calls after my uh, trading session with some time to have breakfast and walk my dog and journaling and all that stuff. So I try not to go like beyond that time. Took this trade on Amazon. What is happening on the indices? Yeah, well, I'm glad and honored that you acknowledge that what I'm sharing with you, it's actually working for your journey. So that I'm very very happy. Uh, oh, sorry about that. Now, okay. Let me go to the chat. Cuba, what amount of capital should be invested per trade? I know you are supposed to risk 1 to 3% of capital, but in terms of trading options, it's difficult as some prices are way more expensive than my 1%. This is a very personal question, Cuba, because I mean, for example, what you just said, it's okay. But for example, let me share what I learned at the very beginning of my options trading journey. uh, they were trading with 10% of your capital. So if you have, let's say, $10,000, well, something more reasonable. If you have a $5,000 account, they were trading with $500 trades. Like, yeah, like the size for their trades were at 10% of the total account value, but they were risking 10% of that 10%. So if you lost, you just lost $50, right? So you have a $5,000 account, you are trading a $500 position, and you are risking 10% of your position. So that's only like 1% of your total account value. That's $50. So if you feel comfortable with that, go for it. If you have a smaller account, or if you have a small account and you are trying to grow it, and you feel like you need to risk a little bit more, to grow it, and you feel comfortable with it, go for it. It depends a lot on your personality, your risk tolerance, and everything, right? Because it's different for a guy who's trading with money that their parents sent him, because you are at high school or you are at college, and you are trading with money that someone sent you. But it's different how you treat that fund, if it's like your retirement fund, or if it's the money, your payroll, your, how do you say it, like your monthly payment from your job, and you need to pay your rent with that money. So it depends a lot of your relationship with the funds you are trading. So this is not an easy question. It has more to do with your personal situation than anything like an advice from a coach, because my situation will could be, or maybe it is, way different than yours, right? uh Neto, what businesses do you manage? I have a clean energy uh, company in Mexico. Uh, Cuba, that's what I'm starting. Okay. I took a trade today that will be small profit with stock, but was a small loss with options due to unexpected spread and liquidity. Okay. Thank you for the answer. You're welcome. All right. So, okay. Well, again, this trade, even when it's late on the day, I want you to notice market the structure here and what was happening in the indices. What is happening on the indices arena? All right. Market the structure to the upside, right? So this was a, like Amazon following closely market the structure from the indices. So this was an easy trade. Let's go to the next one. Let me Okay, let me try to go a little bit faster here. Nvidia, same thing here. It was looking very weak at the very beginning. Let me read you what was my thesis here. Okay, so I share with you Nvidia range of 140 and 144. 140, 144. Don't trade Nvidia if you are inside of this range. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, but if you were looking for opportunities here, looking at intraday price action here, you can see this rejection here. Nice push at the very beginning of the session. This 142.39, it's previous day high. Yeah, here 142.39, previous day high. Rejection here. Next candle, rejection here. Next candles, rejection here. So now you understand. Now you understand that indices are going down, and this Nvidia thing, it's rejecting what? Previous day high, previous day high. So if you have a next attempt here, look at this, something like this, right? What you were having here, market the structure, flat bottom here, break and retest of this flat bottom, 5 minute opening range low. This is the, probably this one, I mean, this first trade here, this first trade shown here, it's 9:42. That's a good time in the morning. That's a good time in the morning. After this break and retest of the 1 minute opening range, but more important than this 1 minute opening range, it's how this is showing you a trend line to the downside and also indices showing you weakness. So if you are looking at the whole context here, you can start a position here with this retest of the 1 minute opening range low. And what was happening right here on the indices? Well, QQQ was rejecting previous day high, and SPY was below the 5 minute opening range. So both are bearish key levels, or they were both showing you weakness for the day. So this is the first chance here. If you take a position here and you were aiming to low of the day here, it was a 1 to 3.8 risk reward ratio trade, and it lasted like 5 minutes. And if you tried to cut your position here, maybe you couldn't. So I don't know, like if you were like here 141.28, it was a 1 to 5 risk reward ratio trade. Why? Because you were risking only this flat top here. Well, it's not a flat top. This trend line here, I'm sorry, this trend line here, this trend line here, it's going down, 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 down. Even if you have it something like this, look at this. Rejection, rejection, rejection here, rejection here, rejection here, rejection here. So it's not until this 1010 change of character on the indices. Sabrina, what was happening on the indices here? Change of character on both indices here when it breaks this trend line or downtrend, and now it's going up. What happened today? I don't know what happened today. I don't watch news during the morning. I hate it. It's just driving me nuts. All right. So, do we all understand how you can spot weakness on this kind of place and how they were following the indices here? Let me go to the chat. Neto, for you, how much of displacement becomes invalid? I'm gonna send you a video about displacement on break and retest. It's not about how much of displacement, it's more like the momentum of the move. How many contracts do you trade with a time? I usually do like $5,000, $7,000 trade. It doesn't matter how many contracts. I mean, it's different. I mean, for example, today Tesla, I think it was like a $6 contract. So I took like 10, yeah, like 10, yeah, 10 contracts. But if it's an Amazon trade, usually it's below $2 contract. So I take, I don't know, like 35, 40 contracts there. So yeah, so I try to stay consistent on the dollar amount and not the number of contracts. Right? Randall, 1002, 1002, 1002. Why here? Pre-market low here. Well, yeah, well, it's valid because right here, 1002 on SPY and QQQ, they were still with a they were still with a let me go here. 140.50 here, something like that. Yeah, they were here with two. You said 1002. All right. 1002. They were here both with market structure to the downside. Maybe QQQ was not anymore doing, like it has a reaction here on this 527.67. It has a reaction here. So this is a higher low here. But at the same time, you were having a lower low on SPY. So this is this is not that clear like the other ones. This is not that clear like the other ones, just because, as we said, I mean, SPY has a clear market structure, still a clear market structure, but QQQ already had higher low here. So I don't know if this, I mean, in context, yes, this is a break and retest of the pre-market low, but look at the others. I mean, the others have way more energy from the indices, and also, look at these candles here. It's a strong reaction from key levels, strong reaction from key levels, strong reaction from key levels. But this is a baby candle. This is a baby candle against all the others, and I can show you here. This is the size of your candle, and look all the other candles reacting from key levels, reacting from key levels, reacting from key levels, reacting from key levels. So that's that's the thing. I mean, you right here, you don't have as explosive reactions as the previous ones, and this this with the higher low, with the higher low on, oh, it was here, this with the higher low set by QQQ here. I don't know, I don't like the context that much like the previous ones. All right. um didn't work. Just about, would you follow QQQ or SPY for Nvidia? I usually follow, for example, for Nvidia, I usually follow QQQ. For Amazon, I usually, and also for AMD. For Amazon, I try to use more SPY. For Tesla, usually follows more like SPY. Microsoft usually follows more QQQ. So that's one of the things that you need to learn, right? I mean, when you are trading an individual name, you need to start learning how it reacts to the, I mean, if it follows the indices, and which index follows, like closely, what time it's the better reaction, how it reacts to news, how it reacts to the day. Does it trade better on a Monday or on a Wednesday? How it moves on Friday? So that's all of the things that you need to know about your names when trading. All right. Let's go to the next one. This is the Tesla trade. I took this Tesla trade. All right. And let me explain a few things here. Some people say, hey, why you didn't take this retest here of pre-market low? Let me close a little bit here. Why you didn't take this break and retest of this pre-market low? It was showing a lot of weakness here, and then look at these sellers reacting here. Well, just because it was 933. 933, guys. I tell you every day, I wait at least 10 to 15 minutes So this, I mean, yeah, it looked well. If you go to the Discord community, I shared that I was liking this 324 fail. And look at this. This is exactly my play here. It's a downside. Failing to hold 324 could take us for a nice bit rate to 316. 316. And then 312. I was waiting for this 312 here. It wasn't this morning, but what about what? 300 now? Damn. This is crazy. Oh, everything dropped. What's going on? Did Trump break something? I think he did, right? Yeah, I'm sure he he broke something. Uh, I just hope he's not, fighting with Russia or the Chinese. All right, so my play was okay. Well, failing to hold these 324, it's gonna take me what 316. So now we are below 316, and guys, you can go to the Discord and watch my trade idea. So once we are below this 316, I like this break and retest of this 316, well 316.80 here, below the 5-minute opening range, and more weakness here, more weakness here. So I entered on this second candle here. Why? Because I really like this candle wick. I really like this candle wick. Sellers stepping in right on my key level here, right on my key level here. And what was happening on the indexes? What was happening on the indices? A strong red candle here, strong red candle here. So I opened my position here around 315.25, and I had my first targets here at 313.83. So I took my first partials here on this candle, like 3 minutes later than I entered this trade. And then we have a second try here. But then I started identifying that this trend line was going to the upside here. All right. It was going to the upside here. So I draw this channel here. And what was happening to the indices, Sabrina? Change of character. They were going up now. So instead of saying, okay, well, I'm gonna wait to hit my stop loss right here, I said, well, no, I'm gonna stop right here because this is going up on this channel. So once I have this candle here, I just cut my position. And I know I didn't make too much, but I made something. So accept what the market gives you. So today it could give me this. That will be awesome. But they didn't. And it's okay. It's okay. Um this is a very similar trade, or maybe this was the trade that Jack took this morning, right? Trump and Elon war. Come on, because of the big beautiful bill or something. Yeah. Uh, Tesla 1039. Tesla 1039. 1039. Well, Alex, you just got a change of character here. So you were stopped out like a few candles later, right? Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Why do you think Tony didn't take that 945 trade but enter later 945 trade? I don't know. Uh, I'm sure he had kind of the same levels than me. If you give me 1 second, I'm gonna watch his levels. Pre-market charts. Give me 1 second here. Nvidia, Tesla. He had pre-market low here and 316.93. Yeah, something like this one. Something like this one. So, well, I don't know why he tried here. But you can see here, guys. I mean, even if he didn't enter here, this was not a mistake. I mean, indices were showing a lot of weakness. So what he tried, probably he tried to enter here, right? On this was low of the day. This was low of the day here. I don't remember why I have this white box here. But probably if he was trying something like this, he entered here, right? Like 9:55. Do you remember, guys? What time he entered his trade? 9:44. Tony tried 3:15 order block. Yeah, this one, right? Oh, something like this. 3:15. Yeah, something like this. Well, that's not bad. Look at SPY going lower. Look at QQQ going lower. I mean, that was not a bad play. It just didn't work. It just didn't work, and because he was trying something like this, taking partials here. Well, taking partials here made some sense, but I mean, they are always looking for larger moves. So at least he was looking the gap. I think everyone was looking the gap, even me, right? Yeah, so everyone was looking the gap. So this is not a bad play, guys. This is not a bad play. Can you see here why? This is this is very obvious market structure. This was very obvious market structure. He tried to enter here. And what was expected here? It's lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. What we were expecting here, lower lows, right? This is not a bad play. And it was the exact same time with the indices going down. This is not a bad play. It just didn't work. It just didn't work. All right. And I was reading a lot of people upset on the community because I took another loss. And guys, if you are watching this exercise of the trade reviews, I mean, I don't think you need anything else to start spotting good opportunities, good entry opportunities by your own. I'm not saying that you are gonna master this strategy. I mean, just watching these entry opportunities. But this is a very good place to complement after watching the accelerator course, going back to the trade reviews. That's all what you need. That's all what you need. But I don't like, I don't like trying to transfer responsibility for our own actions or our own traits or mistakes or emotions or whatever, transfer them to other people. I mean, you know uh, be accountable for your own stuff. uh, I'm sorry, guys. I just don't like people that they just don't take accountability of their own stuff, their own work, their own education. But well, should we trade same day contract for Friday? I don't like to trade same day expiration. So I usually, what I do on Fridays is taking next week expiration. So next Friday. So that's what I do. But I mean, if you are comfortable with the risk you are taking, if you are okay with your setups, I mean, you can always trade same day expiration. It's just not for me. I don't like it too much. And all right, guys. So that's all I have for today. I want to thank you. I want to thank you because now we took like 80 minutes of your time, but we talk a lot about a lot of things. I love it. I love. I really like you watching market structure. I really like you guys identifying correlation with the indices. I like you guys identifying different entry opportunities, winners or losers, but looking at the entry opportunities, it's gonna make you, repetition is gonna make you master these entry setups, having more confidence for your plays. So I just love it. I just love it. So guys, if you have any other question, this is the time. This is the time. If you don't, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna share my trading ideas tomorrow morning on the admin trading chat. What is the name of this? Admin Trading Floor channel. If you want to, if you want to read it and compare with your own, and having more ideas or whatever, that's great. And that will be all. So remember, guys, if you are on Houston area tomorrow, I'm gonna meet with Raza here on Katy around near La Centera. So if you want to join us, that will be great. And next week I'm gonna be in San Antonio, Texas. If you are around and interested, to meet with me and other traders from the community, it will be awesome. All right. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.